Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be performing and then teaching you this awesome card trick that will certainly fool all your friends and family. So make sure you stick around to learn this one. But before we get into the performance, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you do subscribe with those post notifications on for more card and magic trick performance and tutorial videos like this one. If you do enjoy this trick, make sure you leave the video a thumbs up. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to a graphic designer named Yvonne who has done some work for me on my channel. I will be leaving the link in the description to his Instagram, so make sure you reach out to him if you need some motion graphics, outros, or banners for your YouTube channel. He is a great person to go to. But anyways, let's get straight into this performance. Okay, so I'm going to start off this trick by giving the deck some cuts, just mixing up the cards. From here, I'm going to need my spectator to make a selection. So if I had a spectator with me, I would have them call stop anywhere as I riffle down the side of the deck. So let's say they call stop right here. We'll lift up from where they call stop, and that card will be their selection. Now, for this trick, I do not want to look at the card, so I'm just going to be showing you. Make sure you memorize your selection right there. Now, at this point in the trick, I'm going to make roughly 4 equal piles of cards on the table. I'm going to set them down, and once we have our 4 piles, I'm going to turn 2 of them face up. So I'll go ahead and turn this one and this one face up. And for this trick, we are going to be shuffling these 4 piles together to essentially make a big mess out of the deck. So I'm first going to go ahead and shuffle these 2 piles together just like this. Now we're going to take the pile that we just made and shuffle it with this one right here. And at this point, I'll go ahead and show you guys that we do have a big mess out of the cards. We have a bunch of face up and face down cards. Lastly, we're going to shuffle this pile with this one, just like so. Now from here, guys, I'm going to bring your attention back to the card that you chose at the start. I did not see what the card is. I obviously do not know what it is right now, but the deck itself actually knows the card, or it should help me out in finding out what your selection is. So I'm going to snap my fingers over the deck. I'm going to spread out the cards face down on the table, and you will notice that one suit of cards reveals itself face up in the pack. We do have all the hearts showing except one. Now, if I look through them here, I am seeing that the 7 of hearts is missing in our deck, and that is leading me to believe that your selection is the 7 of hearts. Let's check it out, and sure enough, your card right there is the 7 of hearts. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you want to learn how to do it, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a great card trick to impress all of your friends and family members with, especially around this holiday season. And I saw this card trick on Martin the Legend's YouTube channel, so make sure you check him out and help him reach 1,000 subscribers. And now let's get straight into the tutorial. So there is a small setup for this trick. It's not too big of a deal. You're going to first take out all the cards from one suit in the deck. I just chose all of the hearts. You're going to take the cards out, and then you're going to arrange them from ace to king, with the ace being on top and the king being on the bottom, and then all the cards following there in order. Next, you're going to take out one of these cards. It can be any one. We'll go ahead and take out the 5 here. And this card is going to be your spectator selection, the card that you're going to be forcing on them later in the trick. And you're going to place this card on top of your pile. Then you're going to place all these cards on top of the deck, and you're good to go. That's all the setup is. Like I mentioned, it's really not too hard to make. It's pretty simple. So one more time, the card that goes on top is going to be the one you removed from your pile here of hearts in this case. This goes on top. Then all the cards follow there in order. You are going to have a gap, in order between 2 cards, in this case the 4 and the 6. That is fine as long as you have the cards following there, because this one goes on top. That's all you need, and you're ready to start. So you can go up to your spectator, do some false cuts. And if you don't know how to do any false cuts, I'll leave a link on the screen right now to me teaching you guys 3 false cuts for this trick. I just like to do some because it makes it seem like you're mixing up the deck, but in reality, you are keeping your order. It's obviously not mandatory to do any false cuts for this trick. I would refrain from doing a riffle shuffle because you do need to leave a lot of cards there on top, and you run the risk of messing up your order. Now, at this point, you are going to force the top card on your spectator, in this case, the 5 of hearts. You can do any force you want to. You can do the slip force. I'll leave a link on the screen to me teaching you how to do the slip force. You can do a riffle force, which is what I did in the performance. You swing cut about half the deck, place the cards on, maintain a pinky break, and then your spectator is going to call stop anywhere as you riffle down the side. Wherever they call stop, you just lift up from the break, hand them that card, which is that 5. And it's really important that you place these cards back on top because these are your setup cards there. And you, like I said, you guys can do any force as long as you maintain the setup there on top. You're going to have your spectator look at the card. You do not need to see it. You obviously know the card. Your spectator does not know that though. So they're going to take a peek. They memorize the 5 of hearts. The card is going to now be face down on the table. Just keep it there. Now at this point, you are going to be doing an important part of this trick, which is making your 4 piles of cards on the table. So the first pile needs to have exactly 12 cards, and those 12 cards are going to be your setup cards that are on top of the deck. So you can go ahead and just spread out the cards like this, and while you're doing this to your spectator, I like to count off in sections of 3 the cards. So you're going to be doing this in your head. That's 3, 6, 9, and then 12. Once you have counted off the 12 there, you're just going to place them down. And to double check that you did it correctly, you can take a peek at the card, and you need to see a king there because that king of hearts indicates that you dealt exactly 12 cards off. So you're going to place those on the table, and the rest, the other 3 piles, it does not matter. It can be a random amount of cards. Just try and make it as equal as possible. So you can go ahead and place these down, and then you just split this final portion of cards into 2 to create 4 piles of cards. Now at this point, you're going to want to turn 2 of the piles face up, and you cannot turn the pile that has all of the suits. In this case, this pile right here that has all of our heart suits. You do not want to turn that one face up. You can't. So just turn the other 2 over like this. So you have every other pile face up now. Just keep track of where the setup pile is. In this case, it's on my left. Now, at this point, you're going to explain to your spectator that you're going to be shuffling these 4 piles together. So first, you're going to go to the setup pile and then the pile to the right of it, which should be face up. You're going to shuffle these together. And once you do this riffle shuffle here, you're going to, for this first one, you're going to let down a setup card first. So you're going to let down one of the hearts, and then you're going to do the riffle shuffle, and you're going to end with the setup card there on top, just like that. So you're going to shuffle them together. You should have a king. You start that shuffle with a king on the bottom. And from here, you're going to turn it over, and you should see the king of hearts there. That's fine. That's going to be your indicator that you did this part right. You're going to tell your spectator, okay, now we're going to shuffle this pile that we just made and this one right here. Same thing, you're going to drop a king first. Drop a heart first. That's important. You're going to drop your setup suit card first right there on the bottom. And then you're just going to finish the riffle shuffle. And then when you do this, you're going to want to have a face down card on top this time, just like that. So you're going to cover your king of hearts, finish the shuffle, turn it over. And from here, you can just show your spectator some of these cards, show them that you do have a big mess. There's a bunch of face down and face up cards. So after you just did your riffle shuffle there, you square up, make sure you turn, do not just show them the cards like this or else you will reveal the trick. You remember, you just finish your riffle shuffle, you turn it over, show them these cards, and you're going to do your last riffle shuffle here. You're going to want to start again with this hand here that has your setup cards. So you're going to put that down first, and then you just finish the riffle shuffle, and then you can end with some face up cards there on top. Make sure you do that. Finish it. Turn the deck over one more time, and boom, you're ready to do the reveal. I hope that's not too difficult of a pattern there to follow. Just, rewatch the tutorial there if you need to memorize those shuffles again. Once you get it down, it's really easy to do. And from here, you're going to tell your spectator you don't know what their card is there. You didn't see it at the start. Snap your fingers over the deck, do whatever you want to there. And then make sure you spread out all the cards. You press down hard on the deck because you need to reveal all of these cards that are face up. You want your spectator to see each and every one. Now they are going to realize and see that the only face-up cards are all the hearts. You can go ahead and tell them that. And then you will show them that 1 is missing right here between the 4 and the 6, and that is indicating to you that their selection is the 5 of hearts. You turn it over, and boom, you've just completed the trick and amazed all of your spectators. So guys, that is the tutorial. I hope this one made sense. This is a great trick to start your routine off with, and then get into some no setup tricks after that. So that's going to wrap it up for the tutorial. Definitely give this one a try. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays, everyone, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace out.